Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Dreamfall chapters. Just as an FYI, I'm actually having to re-record this episode because my computer crashed partway through recording this. I don't exactly know why, but you know, what happens, what happens. I got a couple achievements. I'm not sure which ones offhand, so I probably will not be able to mention them as I go.
Their war isn't over yet, and there's much to do before Mercuria is truly at peace. But they deserve respite. They've gained their second wind now. The restoration won't be painless, but the hardest part is over.
And unfortunately, when my computer crashes, that means I need to re-record the episode. I was pretty close to being done, too. The way it crashed, it made me think that the game did something improper with my video card drivers. So I have updated my video card drivers, and we'll see if that fixes things. Let's go ahead and look around here a little bit more.
Their war isn't over yet, and there's much to do before Mercuria is truly at peace. But they deserve respite.
Oh. Looks like the Azadi officers, soldiers, smashed this mural of the White Dragon. And they burned the books. That is terrible. That is a lot of loss of knowledge. Let's see if there's anything else that we can look at. Maybe we can run down here. Nope, can't interact with that in any way. Can't interact with that in any way. Alright, there was definitely something going on in the middle of the room. Let's go back up and we'll take a look.
They've gained their second wind now. The restoration won't be painless, but the hardest part is over.
Memorial for Hami.
Hami. I was never able to call anyone father, but if I had, it would be you. You made me the man I am today, and for that, I'll always be grateful.
I don't know if there's a way to save Hami.
I'll see you again, Hami, on the sun-kissed slopes of the first mountain. No formalities shall divide us then, and I will be proud to call you father.
Aw, that's pretty sweet.
Hami. They cut it down, but they weren't able to drag it with them. This head belongs here. What? They cut it down.
Dang it.
But they weren't able to drag it with them. This head belongs here. Whatever they decide to do with the Enclave, this will remain here as a symbol of the resistance and our struggle. Bob who can see. I'd say rest well, but I know that whatever awaited you on the other side, you didn't sit still for long. Whichever deity rules your afterlife is probably tearing their hair out. The General lived a long life, filled with both triumphs and regrets. But he ended it his way, standing tall and proud, and foul-mouthed.
Yeah. We're the end for him.
So many fallen. If I hadn't gone. But then we wouldn't know the truth. I wouldn't know the truth. And we probably would have lost this war. The dead will be remembered by the living. And their souls will find a home in the light. Goddess, embrace them all. You guided us, Shepherd. You guided me. And you believed in me when no one else did. When I didn't believe in myself. You saved me, and this is how I will remember you.
I'll never again meet anyone like her, but I'll carry her song within me, and perhaps share her wisdom with others in turn.
Yeah, so if we hadn't let Liko come, Shepard would be alive, but Liko would be dead. And there'd probably be a Liko memorial there.
It's time to face him. We have unfinished business, Liko and I.
He swore to kill me once. I hope his feelings have changed somewhat after what we've been through together. Our relationship is complicated.
To say the least. I don't know what else would change. Like, I don't know if there's a way to save Hami. I bet right here would be something for Enu. Because I don't know where else a memorial for her would go. But this seems like an empty spot to me. If you had... essentially, if you hadn't kept Naane's secret, Enu would have died. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. If Liko stayed, Enu would be injured, but not dead, I believe. Although there is a spot right here, too, it looks like there could be. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and talk to Liko.
Are you going to kill me now?
I did swear an oath, Azadi.
You did. And if you choose to do so, I won't fight you. I won't fight my brother.
I believe the gods may be willing to turn a blind eye to my commitment.
Good. I'm glad you have forgiving gods.
Indeed.
I share the sentiment.
So, what now, Liko? Where to next?
This war is just starting. You need people you can trust standing with you. I thought maybe I'd join you in Azadir.
Well, I mean, I think he was originally from that land.
He's needed here in Mercuria more than I need him in Sadir. I could use Liko's help in Sadir. And we've grown close.
Yeah, let's bring him along.
I think that sounds like a good idea. We need to unite my people and yours. And I can imagine no better man at my side than you, Liko.
Likewise. So when do we leave?
As soon as possible. Utana fled the city with the first. I don't believe the Six have any idea they've been deceived. Even without the Prophet, the Masked Council has amassed enough power to make them a formidable enemy. Utana will be in control of Azadir when she returns there. We can't pull the entire Azadi army out of Mercuria without creating unrest. Half the troops will need to stay behind to ease the transition. But it'll have to do. We have the light on our side. Civil war seems inevitable. But we walk with the goddess, and our enemies are blinded by the shadow. We will prevail.
Don't be too overconfident,
Mother
though.
will have to pay for her crimes. We're bringing Naane. She asked to come along. She can be of good use to us.
I'm sad that we haven't really seen
I'm
her.
going to ask Enu to step up and take over some of Shepard's tasks here in Mercuria.
A wise choice.
I believe so. If she accepts.
She'll do anything for you.
The restoration will take time.
Ah, here comes Enu.
Complete before all the magicals are back in the city. The ones who want to return. But perhaps that's for the best. Trust between humans and non-humans will need to be restored first. I wish I could stay to help it. My mission isn't here. I need to look west now.
Just say the word. I'm ready, Kian. Brother.
We'll leave soon. I just have to say my goodbyes first.
To Enu.
Don't leave.
This war isn't over.
I know, but don't leave. We can't fix things here without you. And without Shepard? And with Liko going away with you, I mean, who will be in charge? Who's going to make the right decisions and secure peace between humans and magicals and...
Well, you will, of course.
Wait, what? Me? How? What?
You're the strongest and bravest person I know.
Aw.
With you here, the Resistance will do fine.
I don't... But... No, you see, I haven't... Huh?
The others trust you.
I like how surprised she is.
They'll listen to you. You've proved yourself.
Okay, now you're going to make me cry. That's not fair.
Aw.
You'll be fine, Nanu.
Take a hug.
Okay, here we go. Floodgates wide open.
Goodbye, Nanu.
I love you. I mean, in a friendly way. I mean... ugh, screw it.
Yay! Hug.
Goodbye, Kian Alvane. Prophet, General, whatever else you're going to accomplish with your life, and I'm sure you will accomplish a lot. Good luck with everything. Go save your nation. Okay,
He'll certainly try.
All right, we have so much work to do.
You'll be fine, Nanu. Unfortunately, you're not going to have a sleepover with Zoe, I think. I don't know. Whoa. Hello again.
Hey,
Who are you? Where do you come from?
the Ether. I followed the songlines here. I walk between worlds.
It's not exactly
I'm
an
Saga.
answer.
Saga. Thank you for saving my life, Saga.
So, real fast, a number of chapters ago when Kian didn't kill the informant and Liko didn't believe his intel, so we lost a lot of rebels in Old Town. I don't know if going the other route and killing the informant so that Liko would believe you would make a difference here at the end. Like, maybe you'd have more rebels at the base. I don't think so. But it might be worth, checking out at some point.
Fate, choices, I don't know. It might have played out differently, if not for a whole lot of coincidences along the way. The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kian Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life. I guess you could say it's fate that I ended up where I was supposed to end up, not due to any actions on my part, but because the universe decided.
I mean, I kind of feel like, even if you know that fate is dictating that you'll be somewhere doing something, and so you kind of say, oh, so I don't actually have to try anyway. I don't have to do anything. It'll just happen. I've always been of the opinion that fate will generally not play out that way then. I mean, obviously it's one of those impossible things to know, but let's go with the paths.
The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kian Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life. You're welcome.
Without you, I wouldn't be here today. The Resistance would have failed.
Perhaps. Anyway, thanks for saving the world, then.
Yeah.
I think our friend
Yeah,
Zoe
little thing.
deserves much of the credit for that.
I hope she pulled through.
Yeah, you can share it.
I'm sure she did. If not, I would know. We all would. She's...
Important? Oh, yes.
How did you know to be in the right place at the right time?
Oh,
Does it matter?
reasons.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Whatever the reason, maybe I don't want to know.
No, I want to know.
Who is this woman? Her secrecy and lack of respect is frustrating.
Now, let's go with what happened.
Does it matter?
Maybe she isn't. I was thinking she was in her mid-20s. Maybe she's actually more like 18 or 19 now. I don't know. Not sure exactly how old she's supposed to be right now. That is a chunky Walkman.
Of course it matters. You showed up with the medicine I needed. Did anyone send you...
It'll take a while to explain. We can cover it on the road to Sadir.
Okay, wait, what?
Sadir.
Capital of the Azadi Empire, situated where the 6 rivers meet the...
Stop playing games, woman.
I'm coming with you.
What? Why?
Because that's how the story goes. It's been written, and we can't change that now.
I mean, you could try.
We have a war to win. And then, in another decade or so, there's going to be an even bigger war.
Oh.
You'll definitely need me for that one. Us. You'll need us. It's been foretold, Bloodless King.
Us?
For thousands of years. Seriously, I promise I'll cover all of it when we have some quality time to ourselves. Oh, and one last thing. You may not like this one yet. You're going to adopt me.
Wait, what?
Adopt? What?
I'll need a name, in Azadir, a surname, otherwise I won't be useful to you. No one listens to a nameless person, and it's not like we can just get married.
I mean,
so
you
you
could,
adopt
but
me and bring me into
he
your
is gay.
family, and I take your name and become a princess. Saga Alvane. I like the sound of that. I've never had a surname. We didn't need one.
What are you talking about?
Again, I'll explain soon as we leave.
Surely
And
Magnus
we should
had
leave
one, though.
soon, because Sadir needs you.
Got it. Yes. Yes. To Sadir. But unless you explain everything, I'll toss you overboard before we're halfway there.
I don't know that that would make much
Understood.
difference.
I can live with that.
Good. Adopt. Mm-hmm. Also, how did you get here? How did you know I was in the Enclave? What was that portal? Can you open portals anywhere? Why not just...
Everything. I pinky promise.
Are you sure you want a pinky promise?
Light save me.
It didn't work out so well for your mother. So many questions. Uh-oh. Not the same room again.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh no, not again.
That's what I just
I
said.
promise you, it's for real this time. Do you need anything? Do you need water? The curtains closed, or...
No, it's okay. The sun, it's good.
The doctor said you'd be waking up. I wanted to be here when you did, to... Well, to explain.
Well, you might want to hop to it.
Did we win?
We're still here, and the bad guys are gone, so I guess we did.
What happened
Seems appropriate.
at the end? There was a bright light, voices, and nothing. Darkness, and then, well,
Waking up here.
this.
I don't know. That thing that came through, it wasn't human. It tossed me aside like I
Well,
was nothing.
It was
I'm
once.
lucky I wasn't killed. I tried to get back on my feet, but then there was a blinding flash of light. And when it faded, it only took a second or two, and then there was just you. No one else. I thought you were dead.
And Helena?
Gone. Perhaps that thing... Anyway, she won't be back. If she survived, she'll stay away. Too many people want her locked up. Or dead.
Watticorp. Are they still after me?
Oh no, they've got enough problems on their hands. Your
Such
friend
as?
Sully broke the story.
Sully, yes!
They've been linked to the suicide bombing in Propast, to political payoffs, to corruption, and their plans for the Dream Machine were exposed. No one's going to want to log back in anytime soon. The
I don't know about no
syndicate's
one,
under
but-
pressure from the other corporations because of their relationship with Wati. The Eye is under investigation too. They've pulled their operatives from Europolis.
Well, that's good
That
news.
article made shockwaves. Sully sounded really happy when he called.
Aw,
He'll
I'm
be
proud.
even happier when he hears you're awake. Wati Corp will probably survive. The Dream Machine will not. And without that, they couldn't care less about you. About us.
That's good.
I mean, they still might
And-
want revenge.
And Reza? Is he...
When Eingana was destroyed, DreamNet shut down. Wati could no longer control him. He's okay. Confused, but okay. I called him this morning. He's on his way down.
good? Dad, what were you doing in Mumbai with with that woman.
I don't know if that would have been different if we'd broken up
I didn't know
with Reza.
any other way. Unless I cooperated, Watty was going to take you away. Helena convinced them to let us bring you to the lab. They believed we were working on improving Dreamnet, while Helena was secretly working on her project, altering reality.
How?
Use entangled particles to affect the quantum state of dreamtime in order to reshape the physical universe. Change dreams, change reality.
It still doesn't exactly
Helena
explain how it
spent
works,
30
but
years on this project.
I don't think it matters at this point.
But it was always her project, her theories. I'm not sure I ever believed it would actually work, but she was determined, and I...
You made me.
We did. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me for not telling you the truth, but you began life as an experiment. Our goal was to create an individual capable of existing in both realities, the physical and the dreaming. Someone
I'm curious
who could
how you
change
did
the
that.
world with a single thought, with dreams, but it didn't work. You were just a child.
How was the
To your
expectation
mother,
that
you
a
were an
child could
asset
do
she
that
could
anyway?
Use and discard, but you were my little girl. That's why I left. You were only 2 years old. Helena had given up on you. In exchange for my share of Jiva, she let me take you away. I thought it was over. I didn't know she'd come back for you.
There's too much to process right now. I can't. I'll need time. And I'll need the whole story, from beginning to end, all the way back.
Of course.
It'll take a little while
I'm
to
really sorry, Zoe.
repeat.
I let you down again.
Dad, stop. You did what you had to do to save me.
Yeah, he wasn't a
I
bad
still need to
position
understand
there.
exactly what happened, but I don't blame you. Where are we? Still in Jiva's Mumbai lab?
No. This is the real deal. We're back home. Back in Casablanca.
Okay, good. I want to stay.
In the hospital.
I
No.
want to go home. To our house. I miss home. I miss you, Dad.
I've missed you too. Of course you can come home, sweetheart.
But I'll be asking tons of questions, and I expect honest answers. No more protecting me from the truth, okay?
Okay.
Right now, though, I just want to sit here and watch the sunlight. I'm sick of sleeping. Sick of dreaming.
I can see that.
I want to be awake.
Yeah, was that Reza? Yep, it was. I don't know if that would have been if that would be different if we'd had some more relationship issues back in ProPass. Five years later. Hey, is it Crow? It's got to be Crow, right? She must have somehow gotten him reborn. Although 5 years wearing the same outfit, Saga, you sure? You sure you don't want to change clothes a little bit? That would have unlocked the Bloodless King achievement.
I try to run, but I'm not moving. Tried to get out of here for years. No longer know what I'm doing.
Hey, it's
I
Wonkers!
just disappear.
And Zoe's pregnant.
I'm getting scared and my heart starts pounding. I try to scream, but there's no sound.
I wonder what she's reading. I don't remember the buildings looking that old off the balcony.
When will my feet hit the ground? I'm falling, I'm falling. But I'm not going down.
Hey, you.
Am I awake or am I dreaming?
Alright, I think this is where it crashed before, and it looks like it's working. Yay! Finally. Epilogue. Those who walk between worlds. A long, long time from now. That's her painting there on the left. That's Azadir on the right.
Every year, it gets colder. Now let's see if we can't put some life into you.
Rekindle the fire. Can't go out, but we can look at things.
Our bloodless king. He did not enjoy that throne, but he never complained. Not to me, at least. Even my endless teasing couldn't faze him.
I think that's her standing by the throne.
Now, there's a face I haven't seen in a long time. Liko stayed true to Kian until the end, though to be honest, I always thought they were gonna end up killing each other.
Aw.
I'll leave that hanging where it is. My dearest Kian, I miss our long conversations. I even miss how every single one of my jokes passed over your head. My dearest Kian, I miss our long conversations. I even miss how every single one of my jokes passed over your head.
A memento here.
One of the Sylphan worlds. Beautiful and peaceful, as always. So naturally, I grew bored again. One of the Sylphan worlds. One of my older works.
Yeah?
I must have painted that when I was in my late teens.
I don't know. That was more like 14, not late teens.
Come to think of it, that was an actual place. I visited there to get in touch with my ancestry. It was a strange and powerful experience. I won't mess with this one, but I think I'd like to revisit this particular scene in a painting. Perhaps something that goes further back, to the beginning of the journey. Dragons and dreams. I won't mess with this one, but I think I'd like to revisit
check out the
this
stick.
particular scene. One day, I'll get rid of that accursed thing. It's stained with the blood of dragons, but it's too dangerous to simply discard. I don't much like holding it anymore. It's thick with the blood of dragons, and heavy with broken dreams.
I can understand that.
The silver spear of Gariman, older than the twin worlds, forged in the fires of the first earth, created for one purpose, the destruction of magic. Some days I use it as a walking staff.
That seems a little bit overboard, but okay.
The dead walked in that world. They were exceedingly polite, but it still creeped me out no end. The dead walked in that world. I prefer my worlds three-dimensional, thank you very much. I prefer my worlds, one of my favorite worlds, vast and beautiful. It took me days to walk there, across treacherous song lines, avoiding discordants and bell strikers.
I mean, that's 3D, unless it's supposed to be 4D, but it's not acting like a visual representation of a tesseract.
I probably would never have gone, unless I'd picked up those rumors about a Midgardian woman who suddenly appeared in the City of Three Moons. I thought...
So I'd kind of wondered if Edda was a character that we already knew, but it seems like that would be a no.
Not bad.
Like from one of the previous
for
games.
a 7-year-old with no idea of what was happening to her and why she was having such vivid dreams.
She seemed younger than 7.
Arcadia, Crow, the Rolling Man. The beginning of a long, long journey. That's her story, experienced with my own eyes. I still can't wrap my head round that one. I'll leave them up. After all, Papa isn't around to tell me to clean up and bring them to my room.
Understandable.
Brave Zoe. It couldn't have been easy getting caught up in events and wanting nothing more than a quiet, normal life. I believe her daughter is still alive in the continuity, along with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't think we're going to learn much more about her life, though.
From what I've heard, she lived a long and fulfilling life. And I know she passed the dream on, or all this wouldn't be. From what I've heard, she lived a long and fulfilling life. And I know she passed the dream on, or all this wouldn't be.
Hugsy!
Hugsy. He's the only creature in this little world of ours older than me.
What about the house?
I used to think he spoke to me. And I do believe I was right about that. There's a spirit inside him, old and shy. I think Mama put him there to watch over me when she was traveling. Oh, dear old Hugsy. You're barely holding together. Oh, dear old Hugs. What's that, Hugsy? You miss Papa? I miss him too, old buddy. I'll release you when the time comes. And you can float on the winds until you find another stuffed toy in another little girl's room. Now that my life's winding down, I feel like I'm just beginning to understand song lines. But at least here they are, charted and documented. Someone may benefit from my experiences. I would so like to go, but not now. Not today.
No, I think there's something else that she has to do today.
I would so like to go. Perhaps I'll take one final walk along a winding path and listen to the songs and stories. Perhaps when the spring between worlds thaws the frost on the turnstiles.
That's April there?
It's hard sometimes to separate my own memories from what I've read and heard. April's journeys are vivid to me, but also dreamlike. Someday, at the very end, maybe we will meet face to face before the cycle begins anew. This was April's. I'm not sure how that's possible or how it ended up here, but... So much energy. Her chi is in this.
So yeah, if it isn't, if it hasn't become clear already, Saga is the reincarnation of April. That spirit that showed up when she was really young back over there, that was the White Dragon.
I feel her presence in this. I mean, I always feel her presence. That's inevitable. But there is something about this talisman. Someday, at the very end, maybe I've spent so many years trying to make sense of our connection. I don't think I ever will.
Is that a feather from Crow?
His feathers are a lot grayer these days, poor thing. He hates growing old even more than I do.
Understandable.
Did I pluck it? He never sheds, or if he does, he hides it well. I'll leave it be.
I'm very curious, what exactly happened
Thank the
to bring him
words.
back?
I learned to play the guitar, or I might never have discovered the song lines. When I play, I see ghosts of old songs in the air, guiding me to paths and new worlds. Papa was right about taking time to learn the guitar. I'm too busy to call on the song lines tonight. But perhaps another day, when my legs don't hurt.
Understandable.
The twin worlds became one, and decades of strife and unrest followed.
Oh.
Many perished, but it had to be so. Magic and science could not be divided forever.
There's Europe. Looks like the Red Sea is no more. It looks like there's a big patch of water where Mongolia, actually a bit north of Mongolia, is.
I haven't been back in decades. New Earth reminds me too much of friends long gone. But maybe I'll pay one last visit to those who remain.
I'm kind of curious what we got there. The War of the Balance.
The complete history of the War of the Balance and the reunification of worlds. Volumes 1 to 13. I've yet to make it all the way through, I'm afraid.
Well, looks like Pacific Northwest and big chunk of like Montana and Nebraska are gone. Actually, that's even more than that. Holy cow. Maine, maybe? No. That might be like the New York and D.C. area. And I do not see South America at all. And there's a continent there in the Atlantic.
I helped Galath with the details while he was writing it.
Oh no, it's just Central America.
I was there to witness it all.
I'm sorry, what?
At least Galath was able to complete it before he traveled on to the stars. It's an impressive achievement, that history. I really should read it one day.
There's a spit of land coming off of Brazil and big chunks on Africa, really narrowing the Atlantic there.
The complete history of... I helped Galath with the details while he was writing it. I was there to witness it all. That's a tale for another occasion.
So I believe when they were originally working on this, they were intending to make some more sequels. Not like direct sequels, but maybe tell that story. Or have a or something like that.
That one are jarring. Everything just slightly off. It's like it was designed to keep me on edge. And I have such a hard time understanding post-physicals. Worlds like that one are jarring. Everything
But they did end up
just
not doing that.
Slightly off. It's like it was designed to keep me on edge. And I have such a hard time understanding post-physicals.
Just curious if there's anything else through that window. Nope.
She came to me when I was a child.
Oh.
She spoke to me. Comforted me.
Yeah, that's White Dragon.
I believe we'll meet again. And maybe then the mysteries will become clear to me.
I think that's a chunk from the Enclave.
The Secret Lives of Stickman. Paths, ways, and songlines. Time is a spiral. Reincarnation for beginners.
Reincarnation for beginners.
The House of All Worlds. My one and only book. And it is truly one book only. The Secret Lives of Stickman. The people of Stark got a sneak peek of what reunification would be like with the collapse. For most, it was not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, that's the Collapse Memorial, I think.
The people of Stark got a sneak peek of what reunification would be like with the collapse. For most, it was not a pleasant experience.
I don't want to start the fire just yet, because I think that's probably what will trigger moving on.
I had to visit Letok. I couldn't just let that mystery be. But the paths didn't lead me to them, all to that time, and I found nothing.
Oh.
It was a beautiful place, though, and I left the memorial there, for the two of them. I had to visit Letok. I could still so many worlds unvisited, so many universes left to traverse, but time's running out for me.
Yeah.
I've kept track of all my travels over the years. The multiverse is big, but I haven't done too badly. I don't think many have walked as far and as wide as me.
No, considering that I don't think we've heard of anyone who's even done more than a couple worlds up until this point.
There. Oh, yes. I remember that place. And that strapping Coruscant farm boy. It was an enjoyable 2 weeks. Until his wife returned.
Oh my.
Let's see. Oh, almost found myself in jail that time. Accused of whatever passed for witchcraft in that backwoods place. Like poetry could possibly open gateways. You need music for that. Was this where I found that godling and nursed him back to health? I believe he ended up wandering down songlines himself. He promised he'd stop by someday, but gods. Can't trust him. What's this one again? Oh, that place gave me a headache. There was something about the odd angles that messed with my mind. That and the trans-dimensional cephalopods.
Now that sounds like a place that I'd like to go visit.
Wherever I put my finger, there'll be a memory. I could keep doing this for days.
Oh, we got time.
There. Oh, yes. I remember that place. And that... Oh, Papa. Trying to keep me here with wards and old magic. I must have been such a handful for him, and a royal pain in the ass. He left his glasses when he packed his rucksack and walked out the front door. Where he was going, he didn't need spectacles.
Where was he going?
At least I got to say goodbye to him.
Well, that's good.
Oh, Papa. They wouldn't do me much good. Those wards are long gone. They wouldn't do me much good. Those wards... Why did you never come back to me, Mama? Were you really not able to find your way? Or did something else happen? Did you forget about us?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I'd always hoped to learn. There's still a little bit of game left. Not a whole lot, though.
I refuse to believe she stayed away on purpose. And I never really believed she was dead. She might have been lost in time, like Papa always said. That would explain why she couldn't make it back. I've read her stories. They're beautiful. I've collected them all. Maybe I should try to get them published somewhere.
I think you should.
Why did you never come back to me, Mama? Were you really not able? I could never write as well as she did. So I stopped trying.
I hope that means that you just stop trying to write like her and write like you, rather than give up writing altogether.
I could never write as well
that's
as
not,
she did.
It's not great.
So I like to think Papa found Mama in the end. And that they lived out their lives together somewhere green and beautiful. Papa never gave up hope, no matter how hard I tried to convince him otherwise. If anyone deserved a happy ending, it was him. I wish Mama had come back to me, just to say goodbye. For too many years, I was so angry with her for leaving. I like to think Papa found Mom. I miss you guys. So much. Perhaps I'll see you again someday soon. I miss you guys so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if... Like, one of my early thoughts was that maybe Edda was the blue dragon reincarnated or something.
Rose loved to tinker with her creations. Now, where did those dragonflies of hers go?
Oh, that's Queenie. That's Queenie's cup.
I haven't thought of Rose for nearly half a century. Where did she end up after reunification? She always spoke about going post-physical and being with her Alvin again.
I don't know if those are names that we should recognize.
I would love to hear that story one day. Knowing Rose, she got what she wanted. Rose loved to tinker with her I'll make some tea to go with the shortbread later, after my guest has left. I'll make some tea to go with the shortbread later. It's the comfy chair. I never could get rid of that old thing.
Well, I mean, it's a comfy chair.
I've traveled so many worlds, across so many ages, but I never found a chair quite as comfortable as this one. It's the comfy chair. If I sit down, I don't know if I'll be able to get up again today. Not yet. When I do, I'll stay seated. If I sit down, I don't know if I'll be able to get up again today.
Alright, well, let's go get the fire going. Helps from hitting the right buttons on the keyboard. Oh, it's easy and convenient. Rest your legs in the comfy chair. Someone's knocking on the window.
It's freezing out there.
Oh,
You
Crow!
should not have let me go outside. Brr.
You're a big boy. What imbalance were you thinking?
Fresh air. And I was going a bit stir-crazy inside.
You
know
get over
very
it.
well it's not safe. Paths shift with the wind between worlds, and the song lines are fragile things at the best of times. One discord, and you could end up lost forever. Just like...
You worry too much, old woman.
Oh, old woman, huh? You're no spring chicken yourself, bird.
Oh, bird me. I've survived worse.
Well, and you died once,
Anyway, time to dry my cold feathers by a roaring fire while I enjoy a saucer of sweet sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. You can't
What? I can't what?
be here.
You're not serious. You're serious.
too. Yep.
I'm receiving a visitor, and she mustn't see you. There'll be too many questions. Questions I can't easily answer.
And who, pray tell, is this very important visitor?
Can't tell you
I
either.
will tell you. Afterwards. Go upstairs and warm yourself by the chimney. It won't be too long.
After all these years, I get no respect.
Well,
No,
you know.
no, don't say anything. It's fine. I'm going upstairs.
That's a good Crow.
Just don't expect me to come back down again later. Or ever.
Don't worry, you will.
I'm making shortbread.
Call me when it's ready.
All right, let's get to the comfy chair now. Yep.
Welcome, April Ryan.
I don't know if things changed in between the creation of the first one. Achievement unlocked. Balance is restored. We can see some pictures. There's April and the White Dragon. I don't know if things changed between the creation of the Longest Journey and, you know, through to this game. I don't know if that was always intended to be that way. I'd always kind of wondered if that was supposed to be April Ryan when she was an old woman, but I don't know. There is the harbor. And some very nice paintings of April's journey in The Longest Journey. There's Crow. I've really enjoyed this game. I really did. I've been looking forward to playing it for quite a while. There's April and Brian. And the Gribbler.
Well, I just disappear. I'm getting scared and my heart
It definitely did not go the way that I was expecting early on. There's Roper's Castle. And it didn't end up the way that I expected either.
When will my feet hit the ground?
I believe that back in the very first game, there's the Blue Dragon. You did hear her name is Lady Alvane.
Am I awake or am I dreaming?
I think that's in the like that Balance Tower section, if I remember correctly.
No longer know what to believe in.
And there's Zoe.
I'm not seeing clear.
So yeah, we got a nice set of paintings of The Longest Journey, and then here we get paintings of Dreamfall. I know there were some people who were disappointed with the kind of change of main character between The Longest Journey and Dreamfall. But I will also be honest, I think I kind of like Zoe better. And I've really enjoyed the voice cast. They brought back the people who played the characters from Longest Journey through to here. They did change Zoe and Keon from the previous game, but I think they did a really good job. And Jessica Henwick as Enu is fantastic. There's a lot of other pretty well-known people. Dave Fenoy, he's done a lot of voice work. Actually was born in Washington, D.C., I think. Or born near here. There was White Dragon there in the artwork, and now April getting murdered. And I've really enjoyed the music as well. Benefactors of Marcuria. I am guessing that these are like Kickstarter backers and stuff. Probably at certain levels. A lot of their names may have shown up. Doppelgangers? Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I have really enjoyed it. I do think that the design of the environments is fantastic. Characters generally looked pretty good. Pretty good to very good. Some of them were a little bit iffy. Movements could have been better, but given that this is also a few years older compared to some other stuff, and we still get some of the same kind of wonkiness and movements in games today. So I'm not that surprised. Most Wanted, I wonder if they showed up as posters or something. But I really, really liked the environments. I think they did a really good job with those. And there's additional backers. Yeah, so those other ones must have been like a higher tier Kickstarters and everything like that.
You're a good-hearted woman, and I know.
If I'd played the earlier games when they were doing the Kickstarter, I might have backed this one. But I hadn't played them at that point. Oh, there's going to be a lot of names here. We're only on the Bs. Well, at least I would have been in that first group there with AuldDragon. Near the end, though.
I got you, but I'm lonely.
Yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. I have. I know that there was an idea to make some more games afterwards if this had done... Maybe if it had done better. I don't know if there were other reasons that they didn't. I don't know how well it did or didn't do. But certainly doing it's serialized and stuff like that, that can be problems in its own way. But I suspect it might have focused on some of that, you know, the Keon story of taking back Azadir and stuff like that. I'd definitely like to know more about how that went.
I'm afraid.
I do like that the options, I think, do give you a fair bit of
At the end of my
replayability.
I just
I mean, most of the game is going to go the same way. And certainly now that I know
don't just say
how all, you know, I know how the game plays out, I could get through a lot of that stuff a lot faster. Although the fact that you can't skip a lot of the dialogue and stuff like that can make a little bit more of an issue. But, you know, playing through the first time, choosing your options, and then saying, okay, well, is there a way for me to save so-and-so instead? Or is there a way for me to not have so-and-so get angry? Like, I made a specific point to make sure that Ulvik didn't get arrested, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people initially didn't do that, and they were just continuing on, rather than thinking, oh, now that I've got this stuff open, I should go return the tools so that no one gets in trouble, because they made that point of talking about it. But yeah, I suspect that one of the reasons why, like, Nane didn't really have a role, other than she showed up but didn't say anything during that sequence after the attack, again, because you could have had her killed off or imprisoned early on, so she wouldn't have anything to say. So I think they just didn't want to get the voice actress back, which is a shame, because I really liked her. Yeah, I think the voice work was really well done in this. Ah, Natalie Rusalka Juhas is the Let's Player Rusalka. She was a Kickstarter backer. I think I remember her mentioning that, because I had seen her portions of her Let's Play. I'm not looking for other names. I don't know that I'd recognize anyone else's names in here. There are a lot of names.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just a guy with guitar, trying to make sense of it all. Everything just seems so banal, but there's no need to stay up and ponder.
I know that from some of the comments, I'm sure that things have not gone the way others expected either.
Such a mind fuck, oh believe me, I'm trying to hold on.
I did get a comment about not being suspicious of Brian at the Abnaxus's abode, but I'm still, you know, I was still thinking back to the bit with the drawing of by Saga.
We're just spinning around in the dark, orbiting around.
That stood out to me as
There's no need to lay down
very suspicious.
Not going anywhere.
Definitely a bit of foreshadowing. Well, I hope that you guys have enjoyed Dreamfall chapters. We have a very different wall here. I've enjoyed playing it. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Not many people were watching it. It was not a highly viewed series, shall we say, but those things happen. I've wanted to get through it since I first saw it, so I'm glad to have finally done so. I really did like this game, especially the environments and the voice work. I really liked all of that, and the instrumental background music is fantastic. I want to thank you guys for watching, and with this, Dreamfall chapters will be wrapped up, and when we come back next time, something brand new. See you then, everyone.